Sabbath.
Today our story is about an owl and how he saved the day. Once there was an old gray owl who lived in a big tree in the middle of a wonderful forest. All the animals knew he was very smart, so when strange things began happening, they all went to the old tree to ask the owl what to do. The beaver, the rabbits, the bears, and the robins all went to the owl to tell the owl their problem. Do you know what their problems were? Can you guess? Let's find out. The owl asked each of them one by one, and they narrated their problem. The beaver said, "I've come to ask what to do, Mr. Owl. Someone is using up all my water. Look, I can't even brush my teeth." The little beaver pointed to his two front teeth. The beaver has two front teeth, while I lost mine. The rabbit said as they hop up and down, "We're here too. Our problem is our carrots aren't growing anymore. What will we eat if we don't have carrots?" And the bears also complained, "What about us? Our cave is too cold to sleep in. You know we must have a nap every year." And the robins, they also had something to say. They chirped, "Someone is cutting down trees. Where will I put my nest if there aren't any trees?" The owl put his head as he listened to all their problems. He said as he shook his feathers that their problems were very mysterious. He then said, "I will think about what you told me, and then I will tell you what I think." The next day, the owl went to the beaver's pond and hid in a tree to watch. The beaver was taking a bath. He saw that the water was running and running, even if the pond was already full. He never turned the water off, so when the beaver was ready to brush his teeth, all that was left was a drip, drip, and drip. The owl said, Next, the owl went to the carrot patch and hid in a bush. All the rabbits were planting carrots, but there were cans and bottles all over the ground. Every time a rabbit came to one, he kicked it aside. Soon there was a big pile of cans. When the wind came, all the cans rolled back into the carrot patch. And the owl said, Next, the owl went to visit the bear in the middle of the woods, where it was very cold and damp. The owl was surprised to see the door open. Inside, he could see the bears playing. They were wearing little t-shirts and play shorts and nothing else at all. And the owl said, that's not very smart. Next, the owl heard some sound that went crunch, crunch, crunch. The owl was watching while he was on the tree. There were men that went over to a tree, and the owl heard another sound that went buzz, buzz. The men cut the tree down, and the owl said, "This isn't very good at all." The next day, the owl asked the animals to come back to his tree for a meeting. All the animals went, and the owl said, "I know what's happening. It's not mysterious at all. We just have to take better care of things." He said to the beaver, "You use too much water, beaver. That's why you don't have it when you need it. You shouldn't let the water on when you're not using it or when you're brushing your teeth." And he said to the rabbits, "You have to clean up your carrot patch, rabbits. Plants can't grow over cans and bottles. You must pick them up and put them someplace where they can be used again. When the ground is nice and clean, your plants and flowers will grow." Next, the owl turned to the bears and said, "No wonder you're cold, bears. You must close your door up tight so all the cold air doesn't come in. And you must wear sweaters when it's cold. That way, you won't use up so much heat. And all the animals said in chorus, "We could do that." Then the owl turned to the robin and said, "I don't know why people are cutting down trees. Maybe they don't know that trees are our home. It's not only your problem, but mine too." And the owl and the robin thought of something. They got some wood and some paint and put signs on all the trees in the forest. The next day, when the men came into the forest, they saw the signs that the owl and the robins put up. The signs said, "Please don't cut me down," and "Save our home." The men said when they saw the signs, "We never thought about that." When they looked up, they saw the owl and the robin waving at them. And they said, "We won't cut down the trees anymore." The beaver and the rabbits and the bears listened to the owl, and soon there were lots of carrots and plants and water. The little bears were so cozy in their sweaters, and they took a very long nap. And they all said thank you to the owl because the owl was able to help them solve their problems. The smart owl surely saved the day. Did you like the story? This was my favorite story since I was little, and it taught me one very important lesson about the environment. Because it is the place where we live in, and God gave us the place for us to take care of. Genesis 1:28 and 29 says, "And God blessed them and said unto them, Be fruitful and multiply, and replenish the earth, and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over every living thing that moves upon the earth. I give you plants on the face of the whole earth, and every tree that has fruit, and they will be yours for food." So since God gave everything to us, we have to take care of it. Thank you, and we may now go back to our seats.